I've heard many different things about San Francisco. Some people say they love it, some hate it. But for a Mexican American family like ours, we wanted to find out for ourselves. From checking into a luxury hotel in the financial district to then having a Mexican breakfast that warmed us up from the rain, we spent 3 days exploring the most iconic places, from the cells of Alcatraz at night to the Golden Gate Bridge. ¿Y por qué es un lugar que tienes que ver por ti mismo?
It's gonna be really fun.
Upon our arrival, we checked into the Omni Hotel. For a dad, location is key, and it is in the perfect place, which is the financial district, within walking distance of Chinatown, as well as the streetcar. The vibe is also important for Papa, and it's pretty different than LA. It used to be a bank in the 20s, so it has that classic old school look, as well as elegant. Some people might like more of a modern look, but this hotel has a lot of vintage charm that we personally love. I also feel like the customer service has gotten worse over the years, but the way we were treated by the staff made us feel very welcome and happy. I highly recommend the Omni Hotel. We were hungry and we decided to walk to Chinatown. Having grown up in Mexico City, walking in big cities always reminds me of my childhood. But as a dad, safety is always a concern for me. Getting there felt safe, I gotta say. We ate a delicious meal and walked around for a little bit. Chinatown is the oldest Chinatown in North America. Isn't that cool? It was getting late and most of the shops were closing. I also forgot an SD card for a camera back at home, so I thought maybe I could find a good one here. But I gotta say that when it comes to affordability, SD cards didn't have Juan's stamp of approval. We took some photos, enjoyed the streets, and walked back to the hotel. We decided to go to the bar area and decompress after a long day of driving and exploring. I mean, I really earned this dad reward. And mom too, of course. So we were at the bar and we came down a little bit late. They closed at 11. And I just have a hard time staying at a bar when they're just trying to check out and go home. So we're allowed to come to the lobby, and we're just not used to like hanging out at a hotel lobby. We're more used to when we go on a vacation to be hanging out at a bonfire. So it's really nice to be just like sitting at a warm, comfortable couch with this background, you know, and like having a beer. It's nice. So it's raining and we're waiting for our car to check it out from the valet. We're gonna drive to La Misión, which is the Hispanic neighborhood, Mexican neighborhood. I'm craving some Mexican food for breakfast. It's actually not even breakfast, it's like afternoon. And we were thinking about taking the public transportation, but we decided just to drive there. And excited to see what they have to eat. We went to the Mission District, which was about a 16-minute drive from the Omni Hotel since it was raining. We drove for a little bit, but didn't explore too much. I had a caldo de res, which I enjoyed, and then we drove to Haight-Ashbury to make a quick stop and take a few photos. There were many shops and places to check out. After that, we went to the Painted Ladies. Very beautiful day, a little cold, windy, but glad that we were able to find a parking spot like right away, which are world famous. They appear on the TV show Full House, which I have no idea about. The houses are beautiful. We love Victorian style homes. You also have a great view from the hill of Alamo Square Park. It is a very popular place to take pictures at. We went back to the hotel to leave the car and take an Uber to our Alcatraz tour. We figured it would be easier than looking for parking. To get tickets, you have to buy them online and make sure you buy them way in advance.
I love boat rides, so it's going to be a cool trip there, and I'm really excited to explore.
So that was the boat ride. It was so fun to be on top, watching the whole view, being able to see Alcatraz from going around. So it was a little bumpy. It's raining a little bit, so we're gonna walk up the hill and get those audio tours. And we're just very excited to be here. Something to know is that there is a quarter-mile hike that is about 13 stories high up to the sail house. If you are doing this with kids or gear, take your time. There is no rush to get to the prison. This is so cool. I love all the green moss, how green it is, the ruins, the history, the energy, the sky. It's just so unique. So I feel very lucky that we can experience this. The energy is intense, but once you get into the cells, it changes even more. You can't walk around without thinking about the men that were here once. Alcatraz wasn't built to rehabilitate men. It was built to break them. It was built for the guys who were too dangerous for any other prison in the country. Al Capone wasn't sent here because of his fame, but because he was manipulating the system. Here he was inmate number 85. No contact with the outside world, just the cold fog and the sound of the Pacific. 36 men tried to escape the rack in 14 different attempts. Most were caught, some were shot, and others were swallowed by the bay. But the 1962 escape of the Anglin brothers and Frank Morris, that remains one of the greatest what-ifs in history. To this day, the US Marshals keep the case open, but the history didn't end when the prison closed in 1963. So we just finished the audio tour, and it's great because it walks you through the whole prison, and it narrates about the history and what the life was like here, and the attempted escapes, who was here. So it's a very amazing tour that I recommend trying, but it's kind of crazy to think about prison and the prison system and how certain people have to live for the rest of their lives, and you get to feel the cells and how heavy and dark is here. So it's a very, very cool tour, and we all loved it. So yeah, this was very worth doing, and I spent a lot of time filming it, and we took a lot of pictures, but super interesting and highly recommended. Now, if the energy felt different upon arriving at the jail cells, it changes even more the second you walk into the hospital wing. At night, the shadows feel a little longer. You see the operating rooms where they perform surgeries without modern anesthesia, and the psychiatric dark cells where prisoners were kept in total sensory deprivation. No light, no sound, just your own thoughts. There are stories of the Birdmen of Alcatraz spending years up here, and rumors of spirits that never left. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, you can't deny the chill in the air. Este lugar se siente atrapado en el tiempo. After our visit to Alcatraz, we wanted to have an uplifting experience, so we went to the touristy part of San Francisco and checked out Fisherman's Wharf. We had a snack at the legendary Buena Vista, which opened in 1916. We then went to one of my favorite places ever, and it's a hidden gem called Musée Mécanique. It's one of the largest private collections of vintage arcade games and mechanical instruments in the world. When I was a kid, I loved going to arcades at the malls, so this was a total win. I also love everything vintage. There is something very cool about mechanical clicks and the all wood smells that is better than any new digital world. Cool. These machines have so much character. Some are bizarre and some are just a lot of fun. They operate with quarters, so make sure you bring some cash or quarters. It's free to get in, by the way. michelada cart right outside. Time for a refreshing beverage. We're on vacation, we deserve it. We then rented bicycles. We enjoyed the sunny day and rode them to the Golden Gate Bridge. It is a global icon of Art Deco design. We then made our way back to return the bikes and take the cable car. I think we had to wait for close to an hour that night. The line was long and there was a delay. We were tired after our long day, but we knew the ride would be fun. The San Francisco cable cars are the only moving National Historic Landmark in the United States. They aren't replicas, they are the real 19th century deal. The cars have zero motors, they're essentially giant yo-yos. They move by gripping a 1-inch thick steel cable that is constantly pulled at a steady 9.5 miles per hour by a massive powerhouse at the Cable Car Museum. To become a gripman, you have to pass a grueling physical test. About 70% of trainees fail because the physical demand on pulling those levers all day is so intense. It's funny that when I lived in Mexico City, I used to hang from the bus on the way home. Not because I wanted, but because there was no other option. And now that I did this for fun with my family, it's funny how life works. I gotta say, we love San Francisco. It truly is a beautiful city. From the Victorian houses to the cloudy days combined with the old school and the amazing history of the city. Probably is one of the most beautiful cities in the country. I hope that you get to see it for yourself and make your own memories. Let me know what other cities you think are beautiful. Maybe we can check them out someday. I hope that you enjoyed this adventure. Hasta pronto. Now we got our money's worth. And his voice and the way he calls for the commands is like makes it cool.
Yeah.
We just did it.
The steep part when it just goes down.
Alright, our hotel is down here, I think.
Ooh.